Hello everyone, I am Shilpa working as an associate professor in EC department. Today I am going to explain the experiment second order active low pass and high pass filter. Before we start with the experiment, first we should know what do you mean by filter, what do you mean by active filter, and what do you mean by first order and as well as the second order filter. Here filter is a circuit designed to pass only the certain range of frequencies and attenuates all other frequencies outside that range. And also the low pass filter here it passes only the low frequency signals and attenuates the other frequencies. So first order and second order filter, in the sense here in the first order filter it will use only the one RC circuit, and in the second order filter it will use the two RC circuit, where the roll-off factor for the first RC filter will be the -20 dB and for the second order filter the roll-off factor will be -40 dB. And the active filter, in the sense here it will use the active components like op-amps, voltage source, resistors and capacitors. Next I will start with the experiment. This is the circuit diagram. Here we have used the active components like op-amp, voltage source, resistor as well as the capacitor. And also in this circuit we are using the second order filter, since we are using two RC circuits. And first here the op-amp will act as a non-inverting amplifier. Due to this non-inverting amplifier, the gain of this filter will be greater than 1 volts. Here the gain will be calculated using the equation RF by RI. Then we will get the gain will be equals to 1.5 volts. Next, the input voltage will be given to the voltage source here, that is 1 volts peak to peak and 1 kilohertz. After giving the input voltage, the capacitor starts charging. When this capacitor charges fully, then it will hold the maximum voltage across this. Then this capacitor is connected to the pin number 3 of this op-amp. Due to the ideal characteristics of this op-amp, the same voltage what we have at the pin number 3 will be appear at the pin number 6. This is considered as the output voltage. Frequency response of characteristics of the low pass filter. So here it will pass the frequency from 0 to FC range. Next, this is the roll-off factor for the second order filter, that is -40 dB. So next, this is the tabular column. So here in this experiment we will go on increase the input frequency from 10 Hz to 10 kHz, and next we will note down the output voltage across pin number 6 in this tabular column. So next we will calculate the voltage gain by using the equation V0 by Vin. So Vin, we have taken the input voltage as 1 volt peak to peak, so we will get the gain will be the same as that of the output voltage. Next we will calculate the gain using the equation 20 log AV, that is voltage gain. Next, this is the circuit diagram what we have connected. So we have connected the op-amp and we have connected the input voltage here. So next we have given the input voltage as 1 volt peak to peak and the frequency have taken as 100 Hz. Next I will check the output at the pin number 6 here, and then I will go on increase the frequency from 10 Hz to 10 kHz, and I will note down the corresponding output voltage. So we will go on increase the frequency here. So we will getting the same constant output voltage in the CRO. So next if I go on increase the frequency from 1 kHz, so next the frequency starts reducing here. So that means that we will get the same frequency response. So at some particular up to the cutoff frequency FC it will be constant, against that the voltage will be decreasing. The viva questions for this experiment will be: what do you mean by filter, what do you mean by low pass and high pass filter, and what do you mean by first order filter, second order filter. Similarly, we have the second experiment as a high pass filter. So in this high pass filter circuit, we are interchanging the RC filter to CR filter. So just we are interchanging RC to CR filter, and we will get the frequency response will be increasing and constant. So this will be pass band, next will be the stop band. The viva question for the high pass filter will be: what do you mean by filter, what do you mean by high pass filter, what do you mean by roll-off factor, what do you mean by active filter, what do you mean by second order filter. Thank you.